Hello, everyone. Welcome to Shayline's Tip of the Day. How are you guys doing? I've been having a little difficult, technical difficulties today because I am in a new place and the internet is crazy and it's just like, oh my goodness. All right, but I am glad to be on with you guys. Last week I did a recap for you guys on the different stages of hair growth and a lot of feedback from that program that a lot of people didn't know that the hair goes through those different stages. All right, so this week we are going to be talking about signs of baldness and different things that causes baldness and what we can do about that. So, all right, we're going to ask you to share the broadcast. All right, we are getting ready. But before I get started, I just wanted to give a thank you to everyone that has donated, that has given to Shayline's project, building the wall, getting ready to open up the salon. And then I want to give a special thanks to my secret angel investor. Yes, the Lord has blessed me with a secret angel investor. And I just wanted to tell that person, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate you. Words can't even express how much I am grateful and appreciative of what you have done and how much you have given. And I just wanted to say on the broadcast, thank you, thank you, thank you before we get started. All right, so today we're going to be talking about signs of baldness. All right, thank you for tuning in. And again, share this broadcast so people can know what happens and what goes on when it comes to baldness. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about some things that go on with signs of baldness. First, we already know that alopecia is one of the main causes for baldness. And a lot of people don't know what type of alopecia they may have, but it's good to go to the doctor or dermatologist so they can test your scalp to find out if you have alopecia or not, because some people, it could be just a loss of hair, but it may not be connected to alopecia. But alopecia does cause hair to fall out in small spots. It may cause it to fall out in circles. And you know what? The thing about alopecia, you think alopecia is just in the hair, but alopecia is actually could be over your whole entire body. Wherever you have hair, you can have alopecia. So if you start seeing and noticing hair loss and it does not look normal, your scalp does not look normal, I advise you to go to a doctor and have them check that out because you might have alopecia. So that's one of the causes for baldness that starts coming in women and in men. It's not just in women that have it. And a lot of times women that when they get pregnant, they start going through hair loss sometimes. In the alopecia will come, but it's during the pregnancy time. And then once after they have the baby, the hair, it starts to grow back, it starts getting healthier, it starts getting thicker. And that's why one of the reasons why they have you take the prenatal vitamins and stuff, because that helps with that process of your hair, your body going through all those chemical changes in the body, the hormone changes in your body when you're pregnant. And those alopecia will start in those cycles of pregnancy. So ladies, when you're pregnant, don't get worried. If you see that, it's because you're pregnant. So you can just ask your doctor about it. It is definitely something that has been diagnosed during pregnancy. So, but alopecia does happen to men and women. And like I said, I do recommend that you go and see your doctor and see if they have any type of treatments, because they do have medical treatments for it. So another cause of baldness is your thyroid. You can have a thyroid condition. Did you know that your thyroid can cause your hair to start shedding? If you have a thyroid condition, you need to go and have your doctor check you. See, these are things that doctors have to go and definitely diagnose you with, because it could be the cause of your hair falling out. It could be the reason why you're having all this thinning in the hair. So yes, go and check out with your doctor that your thyroids could be off, and it causes hair loss. It does causes the hair to come out. I am going to get online myself today. Let's see who's on, because I do see some numbers, and I want to be able to greet my guests. I want to greet you guys and say, hey, how you doing? Let's see real quick. Let's see who is on, because we are talking about baldness today and what causes baldness. Because being honest, myself, as a hairstylist, I have done a lot of people in all the years I have been doing hair, and I noticed a lot of baldness, a lot of losing of the hair, a lot of the scalp being damaged. And sometimes we think it's just, hereditary. Oh, my mom had it, or my dad was losing hair when they was this age. But a lot of times it could be the fact that your thyroid could be off. Your thyroids could be having something going on with it. And it's good to get those things checked. When you go to the doctor, you go get that checked, ask the doctor to check that when you do your physical, and find out that could be causing your cause of hair loss. So, all right. So let's talk about also what is called, we talked about last week, was telogen. Remember when I said that telogen is the stage where the hair starts shedding? It goes in that rested stage. It starts to rest, so it starts to shed a little bit of hair. So that's when your hair is only losing 150 to 100 strands a day. And don't get panicky when you see that. Don't be like, oh my God, I might have alopecia. Oh, my thyroids might be off. No, it's not that. It could be that your hair is literally going through its phase of the telogen stage, where it's starting to rest. Your hair is starting to get ready to rest. It went through all the other stages, the catagen, and it went through the anagen stage where it was just growing like crazy, and then all of a sudden now it's going through that stage where it wants to rest. So telogen will cause your hair to shed as well. And if you already have say really thin fine hair, it would look like that you're losing a lot of hair, because your hair is already fine, it's already thin. Is not really thick, but now it's going through a stage where where this is actually when it's supposed to start coming out. So don't get panicky. Don't feel like, oh no, I'm losing my hair. You just need to know the stages of your hair. But again, alopecia and your thyroids, those are two main causes for hair loss. Excuse me. I feel like I got something in my throat. All right. So, yes, so we want to know what causes these cycles of hair loss. Malnutrition. Again, guys, I always going to tell you, vitamins. Nutrition, the type of food you eat, your intake in your body will cause your hair to either grow or to lose it. If you're not taking those vitamins that we talked about on the other episode, you will have problems with hair loss. Vitamin B, again, B complex is the one that I prefer, because B complex has, excuse me, guys. I really got this little tickle in my throat. Excuse me. B complex, again, definitely one of the main ones that I like taking. And even though I've been wearing hair, yeah, see, I didn't change my hair up. But underneath this hair, my hair is really growing. And one day I'll probably show it when I decide to do my own hair and not be cheating and just throw on something. But yes, B complex, it really helps your hair to grow because it has all the different B vitamins in it. Biotin is another one. Vitamin C, vitamin B3. All these different vitamins are very good for you. So when I say your malnutrition, if you are malnutrition, you lack protein, you don't have protein in your body, that is going to cause your hair to start shedding. If you're not having all the vitamins in your body, it's going to cause your hair to shed. Even putting vitamins on the hair directly. Like I would take biotin, the liquid form or the peel form, and break them up and put it in my grease. So when I oil my scalp, guess what? It's going directly to my follicles. It's going directly to the hair. It's going directly to my scalp. So that is causing the hair to even grow more. It's causing the scalp to be healthy. Remember, again, I told you guys your scalp is what? It's your skin. It's just covered up with hair. And sometimes we forget that we have to take care of our scalp just like we take care of our skin on our rest of our body. So again, malnutrition will cause your hair to shed. Your thyroids, having a thyroid condition, will cause your hair to shed. Having alopecia will cause your hair to shed. And then telogen is another stage where hair starts to come out. Also, we have what causes is called a fungal infection. Y'all know when you get like those ringworms. I know you guys that have children got in, or when you was a kid, you might have got a ringworm. Some people get those in their hair, and they cause hair loss. So that's something you would have to go to the doctor to get something to kill the fungus, to kill the bacteria, so that it could be removed. Because and if it's left untreated, guys, you will be permanently bald and you will be permanently scarred. That's the thing about that having that infection or that scar. I mean, it's not scar, but have the fungal infection. If you don't go get it treated, you will have a scar in your head, and that hair is not going to grow there anymore. So if you have any signs of sores, like redness, little bumps, not razor bumps, guys, because I know you get razor bumps when you're cutting your hair, but you know what? Make sure your clippers are clean, and make sure you clean them on every cut, and make sure your barber is cleaning the clippers every time they cut your hair as well, because that causes those bumps, that causes even that fungus, and that infection can come from somebody else that actually had it. That's how you can get this fungal disease in your hair that causes hair loss. It can come from having nasty combs, nasty brushes, using stuff. Oh my God. Can I just say this? I have been a witness to people's brushes being packed, and I mean packed, with hair in it, like it's been in there for years. And I'm just like, and you steadily using that brush on that baby's hair? You steadily using that brush on your hair? Clean that brush. Get some peroxide, get something, some bleach, whatever, and clean your tools. If you're going to comb your hair, make sure you cleaning them tools, because I'm telling you, it creates bacteria. Dirty combs, dirty brushes, and you constantly using them, and then somebody else is using them. You talking about picking up all kind of bacteria and all kind of other things from somebody else who's using your brushes and your combs. You have to clean them. You got to clean. I don't care if it is just yours and you're the only one using it. Clean your brushes, clean your combs, because I'm telling you, it causes these fungal infections and bacteria in the hair. So then you start seeing, like I said, the wingworm type of situation in your head. And then all of a sudden, guess what? Hair's starting to go out. Hair's starting to fall out. And you're wondering, why is my hair coming out? Is something going on with my scalp? Yeah, it has a bacteria, has a fungus on it. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you are cleaning your brushes. You're cleaning those combs. And I prefer, I don't know if you can get it at Walmart or not, but they have all of the cleaning supplies and stuff that we use in the salon for cleaning your tools. I believe you can get them at Walmart, and you just clean them. You soak them in it, and it cleans those tools. It cleans all the bacteria out. And I mean, we have to do it every time we switch up. We don't use the same combs on the same people in the salon anyway. You always use a new or clean comb on a new person. But we always have to clean them at the end of the week to make sure those combs are clean and the brushes are clean and our tools are clean. I even wipe down my like my irons, my curling irons and stuff. I clean those off too, because you're going from one head to the next head. And you know what? things happen. People have, colds, things get in our hair when we have colds, all that stuff. So it's always good to go back and clean those things, because you want to avoid these kind of things happening, trying to figure out why is my hair coming out. And those could be some of the reasons. Okay. All right. Good stuff, guys. All right. So other reasons why hair loss is very prevalent amongst women, especially us blacks, that I have noticed, is because we have been wearing a lot of weaves. We have been wearing a lot of braids. We've been doing a lot of relaxers. And the thing about it is, there's nothing wrong with doing those type of styles, doing those type of things to the hair. It is how you take care of it at home. How is these braids coming out? How long have you kept your braids in your hair? Months. Your weaves, your sew-ins, months. I don't advise no one to keep your braids in no more than 2 months. A sew-in, no more than 2 months. Because guess what? While your hair is growing while it is braided. And guess what? It's going to break. It's going to entangle. It's going to start breaking off. You see a lot of people losing their edges because the braids are being pulled too tight, or the hair is growing, and then you have that braid, that extra hair, the extra extension pulling gravity, pulling the hair. So guess what? It's going to come out. And so, ladies, please, if you're getting braids, if you're getting sew-ins, go get them things took out. No, after 2 months. Please don't go over 2 months, because I tell you, it damages the hair. And then you wonder why, oh my God, I have lost so much hair at the end of taking this sew-in out, or this braid out, these braids out. This is because it was in too long. I have seen people leave sew-ins for 3 and 4 months. And I'm like, first of all, that's nasty. Let me just, I'm just going to say it. It's my show. I'm going to say it. That's nasty. Your hair should not be up no 3 and 4 months, because you can't shampoo it enough to get all the bacteria out. The hair is entangled. Your braids are in there. It's all inside of those braids. And then guess what builds up, ladies? Fungus. Fungus brings in a bacteria. You got bacteria, you got fungus, you got all this stuff in your hair. And guess what? Now we're going to have hair loss. Now we're going to have issues with your scalp. Now you're going to wonder, why can't my hair grow? We got to take care of our hair in between the salon visits. If we don't take care of it in between the salon visits, when you take the hair, the braids out, when you take the weaves out, you won't have healthy hair. I'm always letting my clients know, if we're doing this stuff, make sure we're oiling the scalp in between. And when it's time to take this stuff out, come to me so I can make sure it's taken out right. Because you got people that take out people's hair and sometimes they cut it because they can't tell the difference between the threads or the braid, and they cut it out. Let somebody that's a professional or who can really see take those things out. But always try to take this stuff out within 2 months, especially sew-ins and braids. I get it. They're convenient. Get up and go. But the thing is, do you want your hair up under that when it comes down? Do you want healthy hair when it comes to taking those braids and taking those weaves out? Because they do cause hair loss. And I have seen it. Like I said, for years, I've been doing hair for a long time. I've been doing hair professionally since 2009. But I've been doing hair since I was a teenager, a little girl. And I have seen a lot of women have a lot of loss of hair. And it's like I said, it comes from those braids, it comes from those weaves, and then even those relaxers, doing the colors. And I know, ladies, colors and weaves and relaxers can be high at a salon. You pay for what you get. You know, if you want a professional, you're gonna pay a high price. That person, you know, they paid a high price for that, for them to be licensed. I paid a high price to be licensed to be a hairstylist. I pay a fee every year to keep my license going. So of course my prices is going to be a little bit more because I'm a professional. You go to a doctor, you pay a doctor's price. You go to somebody on the corner, you can pay the person on the corner's price, but you're going to get what you get, right, from that person. So I understand wanting to do your hair at home. I understand wanting to do your color at home. I understand wanting to do your relaxers at home. I get it. I did it myself coming up. But know this, if you do not know the chemistry, because there is a chemistry to it. When it comes to relaxers, when it comes to doing those colors, there is chemistry involved. And if you do not know the chemistry involved in doing the colors and doing the relaxers, guess what? You can damage your hair, you can damage your scalp, and then you find out all of a sudden your hair is coming out, you're losing hair, things are not growing like they're supposed to, because guess what? It's a thing called you done burnt your scalp, chemical burn. I know you guys have heard of that. Chemical burn is very dangerous, where you can burn your whole entire scalp while you got a chemical on your head because you're trying to process it longer than what it's supposed to be processed, because you don't know these things at home. Unless you have really went to school and learned this stuff, you really don't know. I mean, I can Google some things online. Yeah, I can Google all day, but really knowing the technique and knowing the processes, and you have not been to school for that, you have not been trained for it, you can damage your hair, you can damage your scalp. And I believe a lot of people have done that. A lot of people have said, you know, I'm not gonna pay these prices. I'm gonna let my homegirl do it, I'm gonna let my friend do it, I'm gonna do it myself. And we can all pull up on YouTube, we can pull up on all the little social media apps and see where we have disasters, people recording themselves doing their own hair with chemicals. And oh my goodness, you can see the damages that have been taking place with them. And we all laugh, and like it's a joke, it's funny, ha ha. But actually, it's not really a funny joke. It's really not something to laugh at, because guess what? After that camera goes off, that they film themselves doing those things, they have just damaged their scalp. They have just damaged their hair. And guess what? Some things are permanent. Some things they cannot go back and reverse. Because if you damage your scalp long enough with chemicals and it become a chemical burn, you know, if you get burnt, you have a scar, right? So just imagine if you have a chemical burn on your scalp, you just what? Damage the follicles, you just damage the pores. So therefore, that hair cannot come through that anymore. There's no hair going to grow through that. So ladies and gentlemen, you know, I just wanted to come on and I just wanted to talk about baldness and signs of baldness and what can cause these things to happen. Because I mean, I know a lot of people be worried. What is going on? I wake up, I got hair on my pillow. I got all this hair in my brushes and my combs. When I shower, when I comb my hair, I see all this hair in the sink. Well, these are different things that can happen. And like I said, alopecia, you have the telogen, which is a stage in which the hair goes through. So that's a normal stage. Telogen is a normal stage. Go back and listen to my broadcast last week, and you'll know what I'm talking about when it comes to telogen stages of the hair. But there's, like I said, alopecia. Then you have the thyroid issue. So those are things, the alopecia and the thyroid issue is something that you definitely will have to go to a doctor to find out if this is the cause of why your hair is coming out, and if there's anything that could be done about it. Because some things, like I said, some things are irreversible, and once it happened, it's just there. You lost, it's gone. You know, and you just got to do other alternatives to have hair. You know, there's all kind of ways to have hair on your hair nowadays. Like I said in one broadcast where I talked about the history of hair and how, you know, only the wealthy thousands and thousands of years ago could only afford the wigs. But now we can buy weave from every corner on the street. There's a beauty store somewhere. There's a beauty store down the street on every corner that's selling weave, that's selling wigs. So, you know, we can get hair dime a dozen now, but thousands of years ago they didn't have that. So like I said, some things are irreversible when it comes to hair loss. So you know what, you can always get someone to add hair, or you know, sew in or whatever, glue, however, to get it in there. Then like I said, there's medical treatments too that people go and pay for to get their hair back. So I just wanted to encourage you guys about making sure that you're taking care of your scalp and making sure that you're doing the right things when it comes to these products so that you won't lose your hair. And so, you know, I just enjoy this time with you guys. I see a couple of people on here. Apostle Linda, how are you? I see Marcia and Marlene. I see a couple of guys on here. I appreciate you guys for coming on. I thank you and just sharing the broadcast. I appreciate all of my viewers that always come back and rewatch the broadcast. I enjoy you guys, but I just want to give you hair tips of the day that can actually help you maintain healthy hair, maintain the growth of your hair, that you will have the hair that you want. You know, some people want to be bald. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I have a friend here and she looks good. Her hair looks good. She doesn't have no hair on her head and she looks great. I mean, that is it works for her and it looks perfect for her, but not for everybody. You know, everybody is not graced to have that type of structure face. Like I said before, you have to know your shape of your face for certain styles of your hair. So again, share this broadcast. And for those that would like to, you know, get your hair done and want to schedule an appointment with me, there is the information down there. It is 918-409-0401. And the email address is shaypage@shaylonsdesigns.org. Again, that phone number is 918-409-0401. Let me say that again, 918-409-0401. And then my email address is shaypage@shaylonsdesigns.org. So if you want to have an appointment with me, you just want to talk about your hair, you want a consultation on something that you're concerned about when it comes to your hair, you can inbox me and I'll try my best to get back with you within 24 to 48 hours just to give you your answer to your question. So I enjoy doing hair. I enjoy my clients. I really appreciate all of them. And again, I just wanted to thank those that gave to the project. The project is going to be up and coming soon. So I will have pictures. I will have all of that, the whole process of it getting done and getting to the finish of the salon being opening up and finished and getting everything finalized. So again, I just want to thank you for giving. I want to thank my angel investor again. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I appreciate you. And I love you guys. Until next time, you guys have a great and amazing day. All right. Talk to you later.